The four main areas of focus in the Learning Lab are academic support, executive functioning, social-emotional learning, and connecting with colleagues. In Learning Labs, students are provided with differentiated individual and small group lessons, supports, and assistance. Students are primarily recommended by their teacher or counselor based on identified need. The Learning Lab teacher works collaboratively with colleagues and other staff members to meet student needs. Let's take a look at academic support.
Academic support in the Learning Lab is literally just the day-to-day. Do you have your homework finished? Let's make sure that you're up to date. Let's look ahead, what tests you have to study for. So it's really just teaching the kids those basic skills of keeping up with their day-to-day work. For the students, it's amazing how when someone is so far underwater, either they've been absent or they don't have structures in place, when they suddenly feel that they're above water and they're successful and they can look ahead, it's an amazing feeling for the kids. It's really empowering for them. And I even had a student recently say, well, since your room is right here, when I walk by from high school, will you still help me when I'm in high school? So they know that they need the extra help and they're happy to have it, and I'm teaching them the skills that they need to be successful later on.
Next up, executive functioning.
I think when you look at a learning lab, you want to address immediate needs for students, providing those academic supports. But when it comes to setting long-term goals for student success, you need to teach them transferable skills. And that's what one of the points is in incorporating executive functioning into Learning Lab, is these are skills that will serve students in the moment, but they will serve students in a variety of settings throughout their academic careers if they can master those skills now. It's a two-pronged approach. One is addressing student needs in the moment, but setting students up for future success. They are not always going to have a learning lab down the road to catch them when they're struggling. So trying to teach them to fish, to build those skills that they can rely on independently down the road is one of the outcomes that we're looking for.
Now let's take a look at social-emotional learning.
So social emotional learning is like the foundation of a building, and so if that foundation is strong, then we know that we can build upon that foundation. So when we help students and support them and sometimes teach them how to be in touch with their emotions, express them in calm manners, to teach other students how to respect that their classmates may have experiences different from theirs, we're providing a strong foundation that allows learning to happen. And so we've seen in Learning Lab all kinds of growth in students when they feel a part of a community, when they feel connected and they feel that their individuality is valued. That allows them to focus on higher order thinking and to progress in their learning. So we've seen higher test scores and more homework being done and socialization. And when that occurs, then we have all kinds of growth in terms of learning.
And finally, the importance of connecting with colleagues.
The biggest form of professional development is being able to have teachers work together and talk together. But in terms of Learning Lab, it's the best way that we can support our students to understand what is taking place in the different classrooms. Our Learning Lab teacher is responsible to work with students from all subjects, all grade levels, so that conversation, that dialogue between our Learning Lab teacher as well as the classroom teacher just ensures that our students are getting all the supports they can. If we want to support the whole child and support the student to the fullest, then those conversations need to take place. And again, it's the only way that there's knowledge on how to best support that child. So without those conversations taking place, we won't be as effective as we are right now.